So it just yeah, different strokes, for me right now. So yeah, I'm kind of doing my thing, getting the school in order again, coming up with a curriculum. The first of which is uh, gonna do a whole tutorial on the history of barbering, get back to the roots, and just a brief lesson. Maybe I can set up a PayPal account. You can pay tuition that way, but just give you a snippet. Um, for instance, we're getting back to the origins, the primitive origins of barbering. Maybe you've heard this expression before, fight tooth and nail. It actually dates back to ancient times when people would go to their local locksmith. Okay, I don't know when people who made keys kind of took that away from us, but that was ours. So went to their local locksmith, okay, and they would come, and their assistants would bring them into this pit, and they didn't really have, I don't know how evolved they were in the ancient times, but I don't know if they had the opposable fingers to operate scissors. So what they would do, they would use their incisors, okay, and literally use their teeth and bite the hairs and style it, okay, bite it to the requested length, and then where the nail comes in, they would use their elongate, again, don't know if they had the clipping mechanisms to manicure, but they had these long kind of talon-esque claws that they would stroke and groom the hair. So fight tooth. It was a struggle. Okay, they had to be restrained, but at the end they looked gorgeous. For the time, I'd imagine. But yeah, so fight tooth and nail, and over the centuries, that expression was changed and narrowed down to haircut. Yeah. So now, in addition to that, my school is going to focus on, it's going to be focus on, doing the hair, cosmetic, cosmetic improvements to the face, and also with the nails. So it's kind of when people emerge as graduates, they'll be enhancing a triangular trade. And I can imagine when they get the parchment, I haven't decided what to give out yet, but I think it's going to be parchment or sheepskin. But it's going to feel as sweet as molasses, that they've acquired this triangular trade. So what other? So in order to get there, we're going to offer courses that specifically focus on shampooing and rinsing and conditioning. And I'm going to stress this is one course that it's worthwhile to repeat again and again till satisfaction. And another thing that's going to set my school apart is I'm going to incorporate a movie theme. Already with it. This is just this little Skeet Ulrich look is just a taste, but I'm gonna recreate looks and teach look inspired by some of my favorite films. First of which is 102 Dalmatians live action. Before it was prostituted by the Disney company, but in there they had one of my favorite actors, and he was rocking a very unique look. Gerard Depardieu, which fits perfectly with what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm going to teach the Gerard Depardieu, okay? And I'll show you a picture. Here it is. It's as you can see, it's all kid and no play. If you're familiar with the movie Class Act, and on top of that, all kid no play makes Gerard a delicious boy, as you can see. Just a platonic admirer. Also, keeping in spirit with the film theme, for my affirmative action students, I'm going to offer a separate but equal class called, We've Got Hair Too. And instead of TOO, I'm going to use the number 2. Okay, so let's see, maybe we can rework that a little bit. That's just temporary. But maybe we can do Stylin' Too, the ethnic rootsy do. Again, what other movie things can we do? Your hair gets enriched or die trying. What else can we do for the Spanish speakers? What can we do? Amores pelos. Okay, pelos is Spanish. But yeah, so, it's got to be very, rootsy-licious, I guess. But again, this is all temporary. I'm just throwing this out for now. This hasn't been finalized. But again, I want to feel everybody, make everybody feel included. So, very rootsy-licious vibe I'm doing, trying to create. Can you look chic? Yes, you can. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. So, it's going to be a very inclusive environment. So I just want to say that I'm very happy and actually proud of myself that I'm contributing to the educational system in this country. I've heard that it's deteriorating, but when it comes to beauty school, I just want to say that I'm a big proponent of no style left behind, and also I feel I'm happy that I'm providing a very all-inclusive educational beauty experience. So no matter what your color or creed is, my students can emerge kind of like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. I haven't seen it, Tropic Thunder. I've heard nothing but great things. But I want my students to, whenever they ask, who are you? I want them to confidently respond by saying, you know who I am? You know who I am? I'm the dude styling the do of the dude who wants another do. So that's the kind of enriching educational experience that I want to provide. So yeah, I got that going for me. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention two things. First of which, I just recently celebrated a birthday. So a year older. I don't want to date myself. I want to give you my age. Again, I don't want to date myself. I'm not Tad Hamilton. And then second of all, a friend of mine recently had a child, a baby boy. Perfectly normal, healthy. So congratulations. But they are running tests to see, I think, if he's a soldier boy or not. Thus far, inconclusive. So fingers crossed. Whatever the outcome is, we'll love them regardless of the results. But yeah, so right now I just want to impart that I'm very happy. I'm very ecstatic about where I am right now. Again, to contribute back to the educational system. But I'll keep you abreast as things progress. But in the meantime, until then, thank you for tuning in, and toodles.